Oh my god, I burped as we went live. Yeah, hi. Let's get on with it. That was like the worst moment ever to press live. Evening, guys. Hope you're well. Welcome to Grumpy. Well, welcome to Grumpy Old Reds. Hope you're doing well. How's your week been? NFFC. Oh my god, I can't even say NFFC. Like, this feels like too many F's in there. Might have had a long day. I see him. He wants Elanga on the right. Okay, we're covering that off. Get your highs in the chat. Hope you're doing well. It's not Friday, but it feels like Friday. So welcome to nearly the weekend. Get those likes up nice and early. Make sure you're subscribed if you are new. And boys, evening to you.
Evening.
And Rob.
All right.
I'm good. Good to see you all. Good to see Matt in the chat. Good to see Owen in the chat. Good to see Mark in the chat. Good to see Terrence in the chat. And I don't really know what I want to cover off first. I guess we got to talk about the FA Cup match because we haven't really done a stream since then. I didn't really enjoy it. Rob was waxing lyrical about it and is beneath him still, these cup matches until the semi-finals. And Ben has finally got rid of his Milenkovic shirt. I'm actually happy with that shirt you got behind you, Ben.
Please, keep that there.
Yeah.
If we get something out of Man City, you've got to like glue it on there, mate. Like that's the sign there. That's the sign. But yeah, let's touch on the who did we play? Ipswich in the FA Cup.
Ipswich.
I feel like I gotta start with Rob. Right. You're not doing a whole monologue on it, but he was so happy clappy after it. Oh, just beat you up.
I'm going to make a cup of coffee. I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Yeah. All right. So Rob, over to you. If everyone wants to go make a coffee now, now's a good time. And go on, Rob.
Well, I fully understand that it might not have been very enjoyable to watch at home. It might have been quite boring, but at the ground, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I have never seen a penalty shootout live. So it was, and I was in the Trent end, nice and central, right behind the goal, had the best possible view. And as we went into penalties, I was 100% confident that Forest were going to win that shootout. I don't know why. I've never been so confident in Forest in my life, but I was just sure that we were going to win it. And we did. And it was fantastic. And the celebrations afterwards were great. So now in terms of the game itself, look, I think I've realised something about cup football, which is that because it's one leg now, right? You haven't got one team playing for a draw, trying to get a replay. It's not a 90-minute game. You have to have a game plan for 120 minutes. So both teams tend to start with like a lineup that is about containment, and then they gradually introduce the stronger players so that you finish the game with your strongest 11 on the pitch. We could have done away with the first 45 minutes. It was pointless. It was pointless, the first 45 minutes, right? Neither team really did anything. So I understand, but I think that's a reality of cup football. And if you look at the penalty takers, 4 out of them didn't start the game. So the problem is that if you start the game with Anderson, Gibbs-White, Wood, etc., and then you haven't won it in normal time, you're asking them to play on for another 30 minutes, risking injury, or you would make the same mistake we did at Newcastle and you finish with Taiwo and Sangare taking penalties. So I'm sure it wasn't very interesting to watch at home. I enjoyed it at the ground. I think Nuno got the game plan right.
No, but it's not about it being interesting or not. My issue with it, Rob, was that Ipswich made 8 changes. And the team Forest put out, you could play that in the Premier League and still expect to beat a lot of teams. For us to go 1-0 behind, did we go? But yeah, we did go 1-0 behind and then drag it out to extra time with a huge game coming up on Saturday with them having 2 days extra rest than us. Why don't managers put out their strongest team, get the game done in 45 minutes and then put out a weakened team?
Because if you're getting to 80 minutes, funnily enough, I saw he was getting ready to bring Chris Wood on at 65 minutes and he was standing on the touchline and then Yates scored and he went, right, sit back down. and he sat out another 20 minutes. So look, we've seen this before with like England getting knocked out of on penalties because they've got the wrong people on at the end of the game, right? So the point is, it's easier for either team to contain the other than to really go out and attack. So the problem is, if we start with our strongest 11 and if lock us out for 80 minutes, we're then taking off our best players and bringing on the Jotas and the Taiwos to replace them. And then we're weaker in the penalty shootout. So I'm sorry, but I think he's actually got the team plan or the game plan right, not for entertainment. And that midfield of Sangare, Danilo, and Yates was never going to create anything. You would not play that in the Premier League. In fact, I'd
play it this weekend.
I've been a massive critic of Morgan Gibbs-White, but my God, did we transform once he came on. We suddenly started making forward passes. He changed everything. And I was thinking, oh my God, we really are dependent. We've not got a clue on how to attack when he's not playing. And that's something that is unpleasant to admit, but it's true.
What are you saying, then? You've seen a fair old few cup ties in the years. By the way, your beard's looking very sharp today, man. You've had a fresh shave.
Oh, thank you, mate.
Yeah,
That's
good,
kind
mate.
of it. I really enjoyed it. And the reason I enjoyed it is because I felt no pressure whatsoever. As you know, until it gets to semi-finals at the latest, I'm not too worried about the cup right now. Yeah. If we go through, fantastic. If we didn't go through, okay, we've got other things, bigger fish to fry, dare we say. So I really enjoyed the game. And I think Rob's absolutely right in what he said. I agree with him 100%. You don't start your better players because early on the game's a lot faster. The tackles are often flying in and that's when players can get injured. And also for the reasons that Rob said, in that you want our finishers, our better players to come on and finish the game. Also, I've heard a lot of people saying Forest were terrible. I don't think we were terrible at all. I think we did as well as we could possibly do because Ipswich did to us what we've been doing to teams all season. And if you watch that game, Ipswich, you say that Rob said nobody goes for a draw. Well, Ipswich went as close you can go to a draw because they were having 10 men behind in defence. And that's not easy, as we've seen for teams against us. Liverpool have only scored 1 goal in 2 games against us because we know how to defend. And on that game, that Ipswich game, they defended really well. And that is the easiest part of the game. That's why we're good at it. It's the easiest part of the game is to pack your defence. You know, as long as the players are switched on, they were fine. And that's what they did. So, yeah. And we went through. That's all that matters in cup games. All that matters. Nothing. You asked Liverpool against Plymouth. Yeah. You know what I mean? So all that matters is you go through. And we went through. We're now in the quarterfinals, starting to get interesting. We've got a very difficult game, but we know we can beat Brighton. We know it's possible. I think the game will be very similar to the game against Ipswich, actually. I think it will be, for us, I think that we'll...
7-0.
It'll be a tight game because like other certain teams I won't mention, we have actually all season we've had difficulty scoring goals. All season, really. You know, we score when we get a chance. Most teams have a few chances when they score. And if those goals don't go in, if those chances don't go in, then we've got a problem. So that's my issue, and that will obviously we'll talk about that going forward.
Let's address this because Jet Setter said this. Ben, Chow and Elanga constantly switch inside. Nuno said afterwards that it was up to them, kind of thing. I don't know if I believe him or not, but like, what are you saying about this winger thing, man? Because we did it again. Who did we play before Ipswich? I can't remember. Arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
Arsenal. They did it on Arsenal as well, wasn't it? Chow was on the right-hand side. But there were stages, Crypto, where both of them were playing right wing. Like, did you like it?
No, I mean, I think it's infuriating. Elanga, for me, has got to be on the right, and Cho has got to be on the left. I mean, to be fair to Cho, when he played against Arsenal and he swapped to the right, he did actually play quite well. But he's not really a goal threat from the right, I don't think. We all know that his specialist shot is to cut inside and take a shot on his right, and he nearly scored as well at the weekend. But it's just annoying. Like, half the match are on the right, half time on the left. The only thing I can think of is that the tactic is to try and confuse the defenders. Now, if they're going out and the defenders, they're not knowing who's going to attack them, I can kind of understand that. But for me, Callum Hudson-Odoi has to play on that left side because all he wants to do is cut inside and shoot. And we've seen it in games like Liverpool where it can be the difference. Well, he's not going to be the difference, I don't think, on that right-hand side. So I'd have to stick with it, especially against Man City. Like Man City, you've got to be so secure, you've got to be so compact. If they're running from side to side all game, we're going to get found out. So I personally don't like it. I think it's really, really annoying. And it's something that they've started to do a lot now. I prefer the switch between, I'd rather say Morgan, Gibbs-White and Anderson, you can rotate between the 8 and the 10. But I don't want the wingers rotating because I just don't think it works.
I'm not saying Hudson-Odoi had a bad game on the right. What I'm saying, boys, is I think he lost his weapon by going on that right side.
Exactly.
He
loses his goal threat.
Well, what do you two reckon to it? Is it a big issue? Are we overplaying it?
Listen, I prefer Hudson-Odoi on the left and Elanga on the right. I don't mind if they change over occasionally, just to give a different problem to the winger, because obviously, you'd expect Elanga to be going down the outside on the left, whereas Callum Hudson-Odoi, more often than not, will come inside. So if you switch him over, occasionally during the match, then that's going to give that defender, if he's been used to playing against one and then he's got a totally different style in the other one, but not all the time. So you can switch over for 5 minutes, give it a go, and then switch back.
Don't forget that Elanga's cross came from the right, his natural position for the goal. Cho nearly scored from the left. It's like
No,
yes,
I'm not disagreeing with in general keeping them on the wings we associate them with.
I like that corner routine, by the way. I'd love to see a lot more of that because that's the first time I've seen us do something other than just punt it into the box. Because Hudson-Odoi took up a position on the right hand corner of the box, and I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if you just passed it to him and let him shoot? And he did, and he hit the bar. So I'd like to see that one again. I think we probably will see one more game of Hudson-Odoi on the right, which I also don't like. But he did a great job of screening Aina against Arsenal, against Trossard, and Aina is probably going to need the backup dealing with Doku on Saturday. So I think that maybe the reason that Nuno stuck with it was just consistency. Having said that, I feel like Aina is kind of 60% back to the player that we love. So, I think we may have to put up with it for one more game. It's a shame because if you're going out to win that Man City game, you would want him on the left for the goal threat.
Yeah, but 4 or 5 games ago, Elanga was coming back into his purple patch, and now it's changed up again.
Do you know the weird thing, though? I felt like Elanga had a really bad game, but if you watch the highlight package, the 4 or 5 best chances are all from his crosses and passes, which I didn't really remember him doing them. I remember him sort of, being pretty anonymous and giving the ball away quite a bit.
I mean, to be fair, Rob, I was in a very forgiving mood match because I wasn't that bothered. So for me, I thought it was fine, but that might just be because I was so laid back about it. I don't know.
Freaking hell. George with the 10 months. Thank you so much, Georgie boy. And Andy becoming a new member, 1978. Andy, thank you so much. And if you guys want to be a member, it's only 99p. You'll get all the goals during the watch-alongs. You'll get the emojis, and there's a Rob emoji, brand new Rob emoji for you members in there. Get spamming it. Rob does not like it, which makes it really good. Has it grown on you yet, Rob?
Yeah.
It's grown on you. All right, good. I don't know, boys. I just feel like a few of the guys in the comments are saying they feel the goals are drying up a bit at Forest. Olympiacos have just gone 2-0 down, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I need, you know what it is with me? I need a result just to reignite my fire.
Was the Brighton 7-0 not a result? Was that not a...
Well, that was only because I was there. That's the anomaly in there. My good luck charm kicking in or what have you.
I forgot about that, to be fair.
Exactly. But it's I need, you know what I want? I want to get out of these 40s, man. I'm sick of being in the 40s. I want to get into
our record, to be fair, when I was watching the Ipswich game, it said Forest had got 4 points out of the last 15. I thought, oh my God, that's shocking. 4 points out of 15. How the hell are we still third? But
we have been playing this hard patch Like
Yeah.
I was hoping for a couple more points on it, and I just kind of want to get past this Man City game. And then we got bloody Ipswich again. But is that your boys' general mindset?
My confidence and effervescence and everything has gradually been going down on this.
I like that.
Gradually going down on this run that we've had, and I'm hoping and praying that after Saturday, I'm not relying on Saturday to make me feel good. You know, I accept that, but then I look at the last 10 games, and I think we've got 6 at home or something, and we're very good at home. We only lost 2 games at home all season, so that's what's keeping me going. The fact that, all right, we've gone through a really poor patch, but as you quite rightly said, we've been playing very tough games. So I'm hoping that when we get back to the easier games, we can pick up again and just make it over the line.
But Ben, there is a realistic chance, right, that we can be 5th at the end of this weekend. Leicester have, what are they called? Chelsea have got a free win against Leicester this weekend. If City beat us, they both overtake us, and then it suddenly becomes very tight. By the way, I got to shout out Mark. He's in the chat because it was confirmed, according to Mark. By the way, I'm just trusting Mark here that with Liverpool's win yesterday, the coefficient is guaranteed now to be 5 for the Premier League. So some breaking news. Everyone, big up Mark in there. He specifically said that he wanted to be named on it. Go on, Ant.
Sorry, mate. Yeah. No, I was going to say, what's good about that is it means that it shuffles the other European places down one. So Europa League becomes 6th place. Yeah. And conference becomes 7th place. This is ignoring the fact that if you get a winner of this and all that lot, just basically speaking, we're up until that coefficient, you have to become 5th to get into the Europa League. So it does help in every way.
I did see on Twitter though that Marinakis had removed another director so that there's no clash within the Champions League.
A Greek director,
He's
right.
Socrates aiming for that because you can't have 2 teams own.
Yeah. So if we qualify it, we'll put a video out on what Forest are doing about it. They're already preparing. Now that doesn't matter if, say, Forest get Champions League and Olympiacos got Europa. It's when both your teams are in the same competition. The priority goes to whoever gets it first. Right. So and also yeah, so like,
are you sure about that? Because
whoever's been in there first. So like, who's got the history? I think I need to double check. I got it on my notes somewhere.
Yeah, because
but what I'm saying is Olympiacos don't get a free ticket in. They go through a playoff.
Honestly, I think Mr. Marinakis would not allow Forest not to be.
I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
No, they'll find a way. What will happen is Socrates will be the majority shareholder or something in Olympiacos, and then Marinakis will be at Forest or whatever. It'll just be a paper exercise, won't it? So yeah, I mean, let's cross that bridge when we get to it. Obviously, clearly, Forest are already thinking about it because there has been shuffling in the directorship as well.
You better bet your life Mr. Marinakis is thinking about it. I bet he can't sleep at night.
Do you imagine if they didn't know about it and they just turned up in September and like, hi, we're here for the draw, and they're like, your name's
I'm not sure they were thinking. I'm not sure they were thinking about it in the January transfer window. But anyway,
you got a point there. You got a point.
Yeah, just on that, Jet said so they would just change the directors because you had it last year. It was Man U, wasn't it? With Nice and Man United.
Yeah, they just changed directors.
No, they didn't. They said that the sale to Ineos didn't go through before the qualification, and then they shoved some brown envelopes in.
He's going to transfer it into Rob's name. He's an MP, so he can be trusted. But just going back to the Man City game, for me, it's kind of an anomaly because we've got 10 or so games after that, and 8 of them are lower half. And the other 2, I think, are Man United and Spurs. So personally,
they are lower half.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So but the point I'm trying to make is, yes, we could lose.
Sorry, Ben. I want to make sure people understand. So I think the 8 includes Man U and Tottenham because you've obviously got Villa. They're not lower half.
Villa and Chelsea are the.
Sorry,
that's what I meant. The point I was trying to make is that yes, we could go down to 5th. But this is probably one of the best teams we're going to play now for the rest of the season. So,
the best team.
The best team. even if we go down, I'm not worried because I think we can pick up the points in the remainder of the season effectively. So, yes, it might look scary on the table because there'll be a few teams within a few points of us. But realistically, I don't have massive expectations that we go out and beat Man City on the weekend.
Yes, we'll have a look at this in a minute. Just to add as well, there's been a rule change this year on the Champions League. So had Man U or Spurs won the Europa League, it would have taken a place out of our allowance. They've changed the rules because there's only a maximum of 5 from one country allowed. Now they've changed the rules to be 7. So if Man U, if Man U or Spurs win the Europa League, it wouldn't be part of the 5. So, and you can have a scenario where we could have 7. So, say for example, it finishes Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest, Man City, and I don't know, Newcastle. Those are the 5 that qualify. If Villa win the Champions League and finish 8th or something, they would qualify. And if Spurs win the Europa, which I don't think they will after tonight, that would be 7. All 7 would go through without any knock-on effect.
That's a big change. That's a big change.
Huge change. Huge change.
Yeah, because Chelsea lost out last year. Or sorry, the previous. No, last year.
Yeah, Newcastle got screwed, didn't they? Yeah.
No, Chelsea.
It bumped Newcastle out because Man U won the FA Cup, which gave them
Chelsea
Europa.
went down from Europa to Conference.
Yeah, and then Newcastle got kicked out completely. Yeah,
Newcastle got So it was really bad before because you could fight all season. 38 game season and then not qualify because somebody won a few games in a bloody cup.
Exactly. You say this, Russ. I like Villa. I got no beef with them, but the idea of them having 2 stars and matching us, I'm not really on board with that. If I'm being honest with you, no offense, Luke, if you're watching. Does anyone want to see Villa? Yes or no in the chats? Do you want Villa to win it? I'd rather Liverpool just won it, to be honest. If I
you know what, I get it like that. I get teams like Real Madrid until just let them win it again because they've won it that many times. It really doesn't matter. so Arsenal versus Real Madrid in the final, you're thinking, no, I don't care how many times Real Madrid have won it. Let them win it.
Yeah, you're saying fuck Liverpool. I get that. I get that, but I'm just saying, man. Do you want we got twice as many stars as them? Would you go for a Villa win, Rob? Or Liverpool? You hate Liverpool. If there's a Liverpool, let me ask the question like this, and to you in the chat: if it's a Liverpool Villa final, which it can't be because they're on the same side of the draw, but hypothetically, who are you backing, Rob?
Sorry, go on.
That's a tough one. No, I know that as I turned the TV on, I'd be wanting Liverpool to lose. So I could say whatever I might from a sort of intellectual point of view, but as soon as I was exposed to it, I would be kicking every ball for Villa and hoping that Liverpool lose. So I cannot overcome my natural revulsion. That said, I'd be quite happy if we finish this season as the only team to beat Liverpool. I think that's quite a nice little stat.
Deprive them of the invincible. I've thought that. Yeah.
I mean, they're going to win.
Do you know that's annoying them already? Do you know it's annoying them? I was on Hussein's stream earlier, and I was like, "Is it bugging you that if you go undefeated the rest of the season, we cost you the Invincibles?" I just wouldn't answer it.
Especially at Anfield.
Yeah,
Anfield as well.
And early in the season as well, isn't it?
But that Tottenham Liverpool final, I didn't watch that. I thought, no, I can't watch this because I hate them both so much. I'll just go, let's go in the garden for a bit.
All right, let's start talking about the actual game that's coming up. I want to start, boys, with the formation. I just want to ask in general, and to you guys in the chat, is there anyone who'd go back 3 for this?
No.
My confidence in the back 3 got destroyed at Fulham, and I was very confident in it. I think Morata had a good game in the cup, but when you consider he's played 120 minutes, that possibly signals he isn't going to start. Mind you, Murillo played 120 minutes, so I don't know, that cancels that out. But I don't know if he was meaning to play a back 3, would he have given Morata 120 minutes, or would he have maybe brought Bolly on or something like that? So I wouldn't expect it.
I don't think Morata is good enough in a back 3.
Oh, he was until now.
controversial.
No, but he's only played 10 minutes, didn't he? He's all right, 10
Mm.
minutes, last 10 minutes. I
Mm.
can't rely on him through 90 minutes.
What did
Yeah,
you
but
think
is
of
there
him
enough?
the
I'm
other
not
night, though?
saying is he good enough or not. Forget the good enough or not. I'm talking in terms of shape and tactics. Like, is
I'd play
there an
4-4-1-1.
argument for it? Huh?
I'd play 4-4-1-1. That's what I'd play.
Yeah, but
Well,
you don't
we-
believe in formations.
We did have a
No,
back
no.
three.
I'll say what I like.
When we played them away, we had a back three for most of the second half, and I think we let 2 more goals in while in a back three. So I don't think.
One.
Well, anyway, it wasn't effective against them before. So, and I think
When we played them away, I think you're right. We started in back 4. We were 2-0 down, and then Morato came because I remember that was the first goal conceded with Morato on the pitch,
Mm.
and that was he went into a back 3, didn't he?
Mm.
So go on, Ben.
Well, I mean, Ant and Rob are both wrong. The best formation against Man City is 4-3-2-1, Christmas tree. Block out the midfield.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm not wrong because I didn't say that I wouldn't go for 4-3-2-1.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did. He said 4-4-1-1.
it's another
I'd go
draw,
for
man.
I'd go for 4-4-1-1. I'd go for 4-3-2-1.
Yeah, can we flip this
I don't
round?
mind
I think.
I don't
Why
mind
are
either of
we
them.
assuming?
Because crypto, as I've said many times, how you stick players pins on a board does not mean that that's how they stay. So I don't care if it's 4-4-1-1 or whether it's 4-3-2-1. Those players can actually move about when necessary.
Do you think? How do you think Man City are viewing this
when
game?
a team's attacking you, your midfielders tend to defend. When a team's defending against you, your midfielders tend to go forward, but they're the same midfielders in the same formation. So it's it's locked in the head about formations.
I get your point. The point I was trying to make is that you go with a Christmas tree so that you still have an attack, but you block out all of the middle of the pitch. I personally think that's the way to beat Man City.
What you need against Manchester City is pace because their
I'd have
defense
Elanga in that too with MGW.
Yeah. Their defense is dodgy. There's no getting away from that. We will, if providing we're brave enough and switch the ball quickly enough, we will have chances against Man City.
Yeah.
How do you think they're viewing this game though? Because my point is, last season when we hosted them at home, we kind of matched them, but Chris Wood didn't put his chances away, and then they were just very clinical on a Haaland 1v1 and a set piece, right? Now, I mean, this season I think it's entirely different. Now, I know that this is not their mentality. They've spent so much, they've won so many titles that they go into every game expecting to win, right? But I do wonder whether they come to the City ground on Saturday thinking, this is a tricky one to get out of the way. A draw isn't a disaster for them, yeah? So I think we maybe shouldn't show them too much respect. We're not playing Liverpool away here. They are vulnerable this season, right?
Yeah,
we need to think about how we maximize the opportunities for Chris Wood because he probably needs 3 or 4 shots to get a goal. That's it, right? But he's got to get those at least. So, we shouldn't be just thinking about how we block them out. We should be going into this. If we win, we're 3rd. If we draw, we're 4th. If we lose, we're 5th. That's pretty mathematically certain unless Leicester do the unthinkable at Chelsea.
No chance.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty much 3rd, 4th, or 5th, depending on the result we get, which, by the way, is brilliant when you consider that we're going to come through the horror month and we would still finish in the Champions League places. But my God, if we lose this one, we've got to start winning quick because, we will, otherwise our luck will be running out. But I'm going off topic. I think that Man City might see this as a tougher game than we're giving ourselves credit for.
No, you're right.
You know what?
I've got a preview coming out tomorrow, DAPS, and I'm not going to give you any spoilers. It'll be out. Well, I'll put it out tonight for the members and then tomorrow morning for the general public. But you're not a million miles off, Rob, of the way they're thinking. That's all. So
I'll tell you what I don't want us to do. I was infuriated. Well, I was not happy about. Part of me was not happy about the 0-0 against Arsenal. Part of me was okay because it was 0-0. We got a draw against a very good side, but I thought we paid them far too much respect. Far too much respect. We never even tried. Basically, We just sat back, and didn't even try. And they were never going to score. So that was a chance for us to think, well, they're not going to score. Let's have a bit of a go. Not crazy, you know.
And
but at least
I might be
try.
able to explain that. I think that we if you remember the build-up, I think we were expecting Arsenal to come and really have a go, because we were saying if they don't win that game, they're out of the title race.
What attackers, Rob? What attackers?
I know, but I think we were possibly expecting more from them attacking than they actually delivered.
I went on I think Savage stream or whatever, and I said then to Hawks, to his face, there's no way that your attack is going to score against our defense. It's just not happening. I had zero fear about them scoring. And that so from that position, you think, well, in that case, we can perhaps take the odd risk now and again. But we didn't. We didn't even try. And I don't want it to be like that against City.
And I think it's a fair point, and because the two teams I think this season that we've overdone the respect were Arsenal and Man City away. Yeah, and Arsenal again at home. That's that niggling thought in my mind. I mean, is it worrying any of you lot, or do you think surely Nuno's learned from it?
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with Rob, which isn't very often. We can't show them too much respect. Like Man City, they're having ups and downs, but they're not having the best season overall. If there's any time now to turn them over, it's at home against them. So I hope we go out and attack. Look, we've got nothing to lose. If Man City beat us 3-0, no one cares, right? There's no expectations. So why don't we go out there and try to win the game instead of playing for a draw? We might need the points at the end of the season. Like 3 points could make a massive difference over, 1 point or no points. But go out there and try to win the game. We need to start scoring again. We need to get our confidence back going into these last 10 or so games. If we go and sit back and play low block and play defensive and then maybe concede a late goal, it's not going to do any good for our confidence. So I just go out there and try to beat them effectively. And if it doesn't happen, then so be it.
I knew someone was going to say this. I knew someone.
Yeah, but that's because we weren't in awe of Brighton, were we? We weren't.
No. He's talking about PSV.
Oh yeah, yeah. They were good. I watched that game. They were very good.
Yeah, but is it a fair point, Anne? Is it a fair point that team still, that rough team that played against us, put 7 past PSV?
The reason it doesn't scare me is because PSV were awful. Arsenal were very good, but PSV were genuinely awful. Now we are capable of being awful, and if we are awful, we've seen we let 5 against Bournemouth, so we know it can happen. But if we play to our best, then we're a damn good defensive team, and against a blunt attack, we were fine, weren't we? Against Arsenal, we were fine.
Okay, let's. I want to do some team sheet stuff with you boys, guys. Quick reminder: please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Now, can I do it like this? I don't know. It'd just be easier. I don't know why Rob has just defaulted you to there, so I don't know what's doing. But anyway, let's try and do this. Because I want to get some team stuff. Yay, it did work. All right, I'll make it bigger. Right, what we saying here, right, in terms of teams? And I'm just going to ask a cheeky question first, right? Does Chris Wood what the right word?
He didn't say it, did you?
Can Chris Wood not score against Man City? Is it now a thing?
No, he scored his first goal against Man City.
Yeah, it's 19 passes.
Yeah, get that out your mind straight away. Get that out your mind straight away.
He is a City fan. That's not rumor. That's truth, right?
Yeah, we checked his Twitter. We went back like 10 years.
Yeah.
He has missed some sitters against them. He missed one last year at the City ground, and then that one to level us. It wasn't a sitter, but you expect him in his form. I'm just saying, is there reason to maybe put Taiwo there? I can't believe I'm saying that.
No. We made that mistake against Arsenal. I saw 85 minutes of Taiwo the other night, and bless him, and that he did nothing to convince me that he should start.
I think I should go first on this one because my setup is very similar to this.
All right, this was my setup off the video, but go on.
Yeah, so what I do is
just before you do, would anyone go this team?
I'd go with that formation, not with that team.
Why? Don't you lot in the chat say no, right? You just haven't watched the video or
Well,
thought this through.
How about minor edit? If you were to put Dominguez back and have MGW and Anderson as the two,
No.
No.
No,
Why?
wrong idea, Rob.
Why?
Ben, I bet Ben knows why I put Dominguez there.
Pressing.
Because
Dominguez
they presses. He's the best front foot presser in the league. So
this is what I do, right? So I drop Sangare.
Wait, hold on. I just want to know. Like, they're all saying no in the chat, right? So, and can I convince you on this team?
yeah, why not? Who cares?
All right, fine. You know in the chat need to watch my video from this morning.
I mean, Danilo's not in it, so as far as I'm concerned, it's rubbish. But
I mean, Danilo,
he's rubbish, mate. I'm sorry. Go on, Ben. You're so eager to do it.
he was magnificent against Ipswich. Did he play against Ipswich?
Oh, the mighty B team Ipswich, man.
Did he play against Ipswich? He didn't play.
Was not.
Did he not play? I can't remember the team. Man.
He had a shot save, but that was about
Oh,
it.
he was brilliant. That shot was amazing. I'm going full crypto here.
Go on, Ben. What you doing?
what I do is move Dominguez to where Sangare is,
Okay.
and bring on Elanga, and that would effectively be my team. So Elanga next to MGW. So the thought process is obviously the back four and the keeper kind of picks itself.
You picking this formation? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. So the back four and the keeper kind of picks itself. I think, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think Yates is starting to improve and potentially be, at the moment, a better midfielder than some of our other midfielders. And Yates also runs back and covers. He acts almost like a CDM. So I'd have Yates in the middle of the three. Anderson will obviously push forward with MGW. He can interchange if he needs be. And then Elanga can go down the wing with Dominguez pressing that side of the pitch. So Dominguez is effectively acting as like a pivot to feed the ball into Elanga and then obviously through to Chris Wood. So that would be my formation. Block out the centre of the field, but still have an attacking prowess effectively down the right-hand side.
Yeah, I like this. I do like this better because if we're honest, we're not going to be pressing from the front very often in this game. So to have Dominguez up front virtually, or as a forward midfielder, is probably a little bit of a waste because
I think we still need
we're going to be under duress for most of this game.
When we played away at Chelsea, I think we had this tactic, but we had Gibbs-White and Cho as the two behind.
Yeah.
Am I right?
You could do that and then bring on a
This is more the Liverpool one I based it off.
Yeah.
Well, that had,
Yeah,
you've got to get James Ward-Prowse for
Liverpool.
back for that. So
Yeah, I know. It's obviously change world prowess, but
I
it's
prefer
just-
Elanga as a sub. I really prefer.
that's my point with it.
I agree
Knacking them out and bring the pace on. And look, Callum Hudson-Odoi, I'm not dropping him because he's. Yeah, but we could be 4-0 down, whatever formation we play.
I was just going to make one
Crypto giving Yates some credit, by the way. I thought I'd never hear it.
I think Yates has improved, to be fair.
Well, the
And
words were really squeezed out
Yates,
there. That was really grudging, that was.
I'll be honest with you, right? I don't think our midfield are that as good as we thought they were.
Thank you.
I'll call them out name by name. Danilo, Dominguez,
Don't bother.
Yates,
Don't bother.
and Sangare.
We know the names of our midfielders. You've not got.
Unfortunately, are not as good as I think we expected.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the thing about Yates is he's flatching to deceive a little bit because he's tended to come on later in games when it's always easier for a midfielder later in games, and all his job is to do is to destroy, which again is an easier part.
Yeah, but that might not be bad against Man City, winding them up, trying to win tackles. Anyway,
you get my point, though, Ben. When you're judging a player's ability,
agree.
Oh, they're completely different. Yeah, I mean, personally, I wouldn't even compare like Yates and Danilo, for example. They're completely different players. But anyway, the final point I was going to make on this formation is you could potentially put Cho in there instead of Elanga and bring Elanga on. However, my only caveat would be I want to see him make changes early. If we're getting absolutely hammered, even if it's not goal-wise, if we're just getting constantly attacked in the first 35 minutes, make a change. Don't wait. Yeah, but don't wait until we start going 2-3-0 down. I don't care if it's the 30th minute or the 45th minute. Make the changes earlier. If something's not happening, change it up. And that's the one frustration I have with Nuno, is that he normally waits until the 60th, 70th minute before he changes things. and he's got to look at the game and it don't, you know, if people are going to get annoyed for coming off after half an hour, I don't care. Get the right team on the pitch.
You're right about the timing of the subs. I mean, I've actually no problem with Sangare starting, and if he's crap, sub him at half time. If he's not, leave him on. I think this is a game. I know it's a gamble, but I would like to see Sangare given the chance to do what he was bought to do. I thought he was good against Ipswich, actually. I was perfectly happy with everything I saw from him.
It was Ipswich's C team. Bottom of the league C team.
This is all the information that we've got to go on. So I think he, you know, on the basis that 2 of the subs he makes are probably going to be central midfielders anyway. In that case, do you want Sangare starting or coming on as a sub? I would probably want him starting. So
I agree, Rob. I in this team there, Rob, I'd put Sangare where Yates is right now and bring Yates on as a
hold on. Let's put you in the hot seat then. That's your team, right? So get Ant over into the hot seat. So what are you saying here, Ant?
If we're going for this formation...
No, you don't. No, it's whatever you want. I can change it.
Honestly, I know this is a real cop-out, but I just don't know what to do against Man City. They just frighten the life out of me.
All right, have a think about it, Rob. Your turn.
No, put me back, because I'll only be 2 minutes. So put me back.
I was going to let you have a think about it. You said you don't know what to do.
No, it won't make any difference how much I think about it. Man City scared the daylights out of me. So, you know, it's kind of, I want 10 behind the ball and that's it. And just hope the whistle blows quickly.
Would you do what Cooper did, Ant? Cooper went 5-3-1-1 when we drew with them.
No, I'd go 4-4-1-1 if I was going to. I'd rather have 2 banks of 4. I think.
All right, so you're going to go 4-4-1-1. All right, shape that up for us. So what are you doing in a 4-4-1-1 here?
Okay, well, the back 4 as they are, then I'd have those 3 plus. Hang on, got another defensive midfield. Sangare.
You're not putting Danilo on.
Take off.
Elanga.
Yeah, it's got to be Elanga. I know. I almost thought about taking Wood off there, but I thought, no, we've got to, because he's going to be isolated. It's going to be isolated so much. Chris Wood is.
Wait, how the hell are you lining these 4 up, man?
That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. And then MGW and Chris Wood and Chris Wood.
You're not playing.
Don't forget, like I say. Yeah, I would have them that way as well. They can actually move about, you know. So when we
would you go 4-1-4-1? That's too many. Chocolate, that's too many.
So when we're attacking those 4, well, the whole team should move up as a block.
Yeah.
So you've got 8 players moving forward, not running, going mad all over the place in their positions, but moving forward. And
what I'm saying, Ant, is would you put a CDM behind them? Would you line them up more like? I know what you mean.
No. I'd have 4 midfielders across the pitch. Just cut down those passing lanes, because that's what Man City do. They pass you to death. If you could start cutting down those passing lanes, in fact, I'm getting to like this more and more. I think that could work.
Berlin Warland, says Jonathan.
Yeah, fuck them. Keep them out. You can't deny. And when we break, we've still got Aina to break down. We've still got Williams to break down. We've still got.
How's he going to get past all those men, man?
Because they'll be moving up as well. So anyway,
you're going to need traffic police there just signalling through.
I think that would be solid in defence, but also give us the ability to attack. And most importantly of all, it's 4 in midfield to cut down those passing lanes.
Are you sure you don't want to bring Danilo on forward, seeing that you're going full Cooper for him?
I know. Can you imagine? I've not fit Danilo in. Hey? Danilo could play where Dominguez plays, although I do like Dominguez's closest down, but Dominguez has not been very not been too good just lately.
Yeah.
So you could put Danilo in. Yes, you could put Danilo in for Dominguez.
I'm surprised you haven't put Hennessy in goal alongside Sells. You know, take it one step.
Well, if I could get away with it, I would. I
don't know. It'd make us worse, man. And Trump love a wall.
No, actually, you know, the more I look at that, the more I actually like it.
He's fancying it. The more he stares at
I think I am actually a bona fide football genius.
Anyone in the chat, just quick YRNs, would you go for Ant's?
Oh, come on, you know what them lot like.
City ground wall, man. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
You can attack. You can attack with that as well. You can attack.
I'm not sure who's attacking at that moment. Maybe Anderson.
You're in midfield.
Well, if you put Danilo in for Dominguez, then you've got two players on the wide. Anderson and Danilo. They're a bit more creative going forward. If you want,
You know what? There are more yeses than I got, and
yeah.
maybe it's that sharp.
The more I look at it, the more I think, yeah, that could.
The more I look at it, the more I'm going off the idea.
Yeah.
Or what you not liking
Yeah,
about it, Rob?
that encourages me, Rob. To be honest, that does encourage me.
No, I think with this game we've got a choice. Do we start off with containment and then introduce the attacking players, or do we start off trying to go 1-0 up and then lock it down?
No,
I think I'd like to. I'm a bit worried that
I go on your principle, Rob. That first 20 minutes, mate.
I do agree, especially when you quote me back at me. Yeah, when you
20 minutes.
When you quote me at me, I do agree.
Excited.
But
You're playing to his vanity now, and that's what you're doing.
All of these teams have got about as much attacking threat as we showed against Ipswich in the first 45 minutes. I mean, we just start the game at half time. I don't know. I think look, this is our best chance to beat Man City.
Because you've got Williams and Aina that can attack down the wings.
I've changed my mind. Look, this is our best chance to beat Man City in the 6 games that we've had back in the Premier League against them. This is our best chance to beat them. We're at home and we've got a fully fit team and we should go out on the front foot, right? They've lost 2 of their last 4. Admittedly, they lost against Liverpool and Arsenal, the 2 teams above them in the table. I want to get at them, and I want maximum goal threat from the start. We go 1-0 up, then you can bring on Morato, Bolly, and extra goalkeepers. So I would actually have the 4-2-3-1 with Anderson and Yates in midfield.
Because it started already. So swap us over.
I was kind of reading the comments. All right, what are you doing?
Right, get rid of Sangare and Dominguez.
Wait, give me your formation. Start me with your formation.
4-2-3-1.
You go 4-2-3-1.
Yes, yes. We're at home. Attack. Right. Get rid of Sangare and Dominguez.
See why I wasn't worried when he criticised my formation.
No, you've talked me out of it now. I mean, I think we're showing them too much respect. I want to feel like Forest have actually had a go at them.
Is that
you're doing that? You're doing that, aren't you?
Yes. And the gambles are right that Yates isn't going to give too many stupid fouls away, and that Aina. I'm gambling that Aina's back on form and doesn't need Hudson-Odoi in front of him.
Big gamble.
I know, but he looked decent. He grew into that game. You've got to take a few gambles. So those are the gambles. But the point is that I don't want to be under the cosh from the first 2 or 3 minutes. With all these lineups we've picked, we're picking like we're playing.
You don't think we'd be under the cosh with that lineup?
That's crazy.
Look, they're going to walk through that midfield.
We were under the cosh from the first 5 seconds with that lineup.
They walk through that midfield.
Our midfield and beyond to the back.
You can't do that again. That's
our strongest team. That's our strongest team. And it's
won
7 games in a row. That is our strongest team. It's a team that won 7 games in a row.
Rob, you might as well just ask Pep if he can borrow some pussy, man, because we'll be wide open with that. Seriously, man. Like, seriously.
Yeah, like, I don't know. All these negative formations we've picked, we're going to go 1-0 down, and then
we're scared, Rob. We're scared.
We can't be lower than 5th. We've already said that. But wouldn't a win be massive? Remember, it's 3 points for a win. That we're at home.
Can we do a poll? Can we just remind everyone of Wolfie and Mines formation? Do a poll.
Oh man, I haven't got them.
That's our strongest team. Deal with it.
Wait. Okay, I just want to ask you this, Rob.
There's no point because people have seen mine now.
Wait, hold on, Rob. All right, what do you do if we go 1-0 down?
Keep that team on.
What's your change?
None.
Well, if we go 2-0
down. When we're 4-0 down, would you make a change?
Well, it doesn't really matter what you do then, does it?
Yeah, okay, but we're 1-0 down with 70 minutes gone. What's your change?
Look, the trouble is that your formations have said, like, look, we're 3rd in the table, you're 4th. But I tell you what, we're just going to park the bus and you come here and attack.
We didn't say that. We
said you are. That's exactly what you're saying.
That's how we beat Liverpool. Block out the midfield.
There's nothing wrong with that anyway. That's how we've been playing all bloody season.
So okay, I want to start with Hudson-Odoi on. The reason is when he gets the ball at his feet, He gives everybody a break because there's about 5 or 6 seconds where everybody can actually get into position and we retain possession, right? The problem is that the minute Morgan Gibbs-White gets the ball, he tries to do a silly Trivella and gives it away. The minute Elanga gets the ball, he tries to cut inside and he loses it. I like the fact that when you give the ball to Hudson-Odoi, it sticks.
Yeah, but you can still do that in the 4-3-2-1. Just have Cho instead of Elanga.
Yeah, but you guys were having Dominguez. Look, why would you have Dominguez in for Hudson-Odoi?
Because he presses.
Oh,
Why
come
are-
on. You
why
were
are you
saying it was
assuming-
terrible the other day.
Why are you
Yes,
assuming
because he's
that
too deep. He's
That
too
is
deep.
the strongest 11
Why are you-
attack.
Rob, why are you assuming in your formation that our 2 midfielders would possibly ever get the ball to Cho? They won't have the ball,
That's a
mate.
good
They
question.
will not have the ball.
We're at home.
Have you
I want to
frozen- have you
put on the
frozen?
back foot.
He's
This is our
thinking,
best chance to beat them.
yeah,
Not
but,
with your formation. Not with your formation.
I need to defend mine and Crypto's on here. What we're saying is lock them up for
Can we move
70
it back?
minutes.
Can we move it back?
Right.
There's some new people in the chat.
All right, let's move it back then. 'Cause Crypto's obsessed with it. What I'm saying here, and I think Crypto's agreeing, is I'm locking it up. I can't remember what the hell it was.
Domingo. Instead of Sangare.
Just wait, whatever.
Yeah,
right.
no, Domingo's back. For
And I'll
Sangare.
do it for now. Let me just make my point, right? What I'm saying here is lock it up for 70 minutes. If we're 0-0, make a decision. Do you chuck on the pace merchants and Callum Hudson-Odoi and go for a win? Or are you quite happy to maybe bring in a Danilo for a Sangare and lock up a 0-0? I feel you got better options with this. With your one, Rob, I feel like you don't have that option.
It's our
And with
best
Ant's
chance to
one,
beat.
I don't know how the ball gets past that midfield, either going offensively or defensively, man. It's just going to be knocked out of the wall.
To each other.
This is our best chance to beat them. We need to score first. They know that
Why do
our
you say that,
record-
Rob? Why do you say that?
Look, our record of defense. The point is, you get 1-0 up, and then you can bring on all the defensive players you like. If we score in the first minute, I would bring Morata on after the first minute, right? So, but this is our best chance to beat them. I would hate to think that we didn't have a go.
All right.
The thing
Anyway.
is, the thing is, you played
Go
against
on.
one of the most pressing teams in the whole league, if not the most pressing, in an attacking formation.
That's great.
We're
That
gonna
gives
lose
space in
to Roma.
behind. Then that gives space in
We're gonna
behind.
run
They-
It does give space in behind, but you've got to get the ball off them first. That's the issue.
Basically, we're going to lose whatever we do, aren't we?
And with two players in midfield,
This is why we're all depressed. This is why
So
we
depressed.
couldn't even get happy
You know what
about
cheer me
going
up,
through
man.
quarter
You know what I
final.
mean?
You know what?
Happy clapping and
You know
stuff.
what? There's a world somewhere in my imagination where we don't lose this game. You know, honestly, it's feasible we don't lose this game. Liverpool have been playing far better than City, and they didn't beat us. Just that we were bloody lucky. You think got to be lucky again.
All right, guys, hit that like button. Make sure you've subscribed as well. I want to just quickly have a look at the run in here. Can you lot read that? Okay, I'll zoom
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait,
Make it bigger, Wolfie.
I can't, man.
Oh, you
All
can.
right, we'll do it like
It's
that.
only
No, I
reason
can't
I've
because
come
I
on
need to
here.
have the season top. All right, so we can ignore those games. And shout out to Pete who supplied this to me last second. Make sure you subscribe to Loaded Mac. Right, this is the running currently. Right, the points tally has slightly changed. This is after last weekend. Forest are on 48. Man City are on 47.
7, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newcastle lost. Bournemouth lost. Chelsea have moved up. Okay. Let's have a look at some of these games and see what's coming up for everyone. So this weekend, boys, I want you to run through and kind of agree or disagree. We got
Okay.
Forest, Man City, Forest. That's one and the same. Let's start with Newcastle here. They're away to West Ham. Chat, you play along as well. Let us know 0-1-3 on that. Ben, what are you saying? Newcastle away to West Ham. Are they winning, losing, drawing?
I mean, I would have thought Newcastle would win quite easily. They're in pretty good
They've got
form.
injuries though. Hall's out. Isak's probably going to be rested.
Don't give him tips.
Yeah, but I know they've got injuries, but Newcastle, are a good team.
Yeah, they have.
They're a good. They're a good
That's
team.
my reason. I'm thinking a draw. Because
I think they'll win.
how close to the cup final is that?
Next weekend. This is their penultimate game before the cup final.
So
Sorry,
they're gonna have-
is that right? Is that the right use of the word?
yeah, because ultimate doesn't sound right, does it?
Yeah,
I know.
Penultimate is the
Yeah,
last
Penultimate.
one.
It's the penultimate. So it's
Yeah.
the game before the final then. So
Yeah, the
that,
game
That's
that
the
could
one.
be a-
Otherwise,
that could be
only
a
the
big
semi-final.
issue then, couldn't it? Their
And
players are
also-
gonna-
They play on Monday. They're playing on Monday.
Yeah,
And the
but
cup
right.
final
Newcastle-
is Saturday or Sunday, whatever it is.
They're a very good team, and West Ham are not great. So
No, but West Ham. I'm sorry to bring that name up, but West Ham beat Arsenal away a couple of weeks ago.
He was gonna say.
No, absolutely right. I'm look, my predictions are the crappiest because it's even officially true. I'm bottom of the predictor league.
You're
However-
embarrassing us.
However, I think that West Ham are going to win that game because if there's one thing that's consistent this year is Newcastle's inconsistency, right?
Yeah,
They are dodgy at the moment.
But all I can think now is that West Ham definitely aren't going to win that game because
All I can think is if we're going to take this long off each game, we're going to be here till about 2 a.m.
I was
right?
going to say, why don't you go round and
Yeah, all right.
say,
Rob, have you got a pen and paper to hand? You got a pen and paper to hand?
Who are we
In fact,
doing
if you all got a pen and paper to hand.
Who are we doing first?
All right, well, let's go through Newcastle's results and see what you look, how many points you give them. Okay, this is just the next 5, by the way. It's not the end. Okay,
Right,
chat,
so the
play
top
along.
row
I wonder how
happened
many
then,
points you
hasn't
give in Newcastle. So I'm going to do this in a batch, right? And I'm going to start with you, Newcastle. Give me your 0-1-3 for these 4 games they've got here. So West Ham away,
Draw.
the 1. Write it down.
1.
All right.
Okay. 1.
Brentford at home.
I think they'll win that one.
Okay, 3. So you're
Leicester
4.
away, they'll
Leicester
win.
away, 3 win.
They'll win, yeah. Man U at home. I'll go for a draw on that one.
All right. So how many points are you giving Newcastle?
8.
8. So they're currently on 44. What's 44 plus 8?
52.
52. All right. Note that down. So you got Newcastle. All right, Ben. Newcastle.
I am going win, draw, win. So 10
you just
points.
do it in points, man.
Okay, 3-1, 3-3, 10 points.
10 points. So you're putting them on, what are they on there? 54.
Yeah.
Okay. Write that down. Rob.
0-3-3-3 9.
All right. Write that down. So you're putting them on 53, yeah? For Newcastle. All right. Let's go reverse. Rob on, who's that team? Bournemouth.
Aren't we doing Forest, by the way?
We'll do that at the end, yeah.
Man City.
All right, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So, Rob, Spurs away, Brentford at home, Ipswich at home, West Ham away.
3-3-3-1 10.
Sorry.
10?
Yeah.
Can you do like? I can't see the teams at the top. I don't know who we're looking at.
It's Bournemouth, man.
Almost that one. Okay. And it starts at Tottenham, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tottenham, yeah. Ignore
Win.
the first one.
Tottenham.
They'll win at Tottenham. They'll beat Brentford at home. They'll beat Ipswich at home, and then they'll maybe draw at West Ham.
Well, so you're giving them 10. So you're
Yeah, I'm
putting
giving them 10.
Bournemouth on 53 points.
Yeah, okay, I've written that down.
All right. Ben, what are you saying on Bournemouth?
I am going draw. So 1-3-3-0. 7 points.
7.
What
So
are they
you're
now?
putting them on 50. Okay. My God, man, it's like Krypton Factor in the chat. All I can see is numbers. I don't know what they're relating to anymore. All right, and then Bournemouth.
1-1-3-1. 1-1-3-1 total 6. See, that's how you
6.
do it.
Thank you. Right, that's what I need. Otherwise, we will be here all night,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
So you've got them on 49, yeah?
Yeah.
Make a note because I'm coming back at the end. All right, and Chelsea. They're on 46 points. Leicester, Arsenal, Tottenham, Brentford. Leicester at home, Arsenal away, Tottenham at home, Brentford away.
6.
All right,
Sorry,
6. So you-
3-0-3-0.
all right. So you've got them on what? Remember, they're on 46. So you got them on 52. All right, Ben.
I'm gonna go 3-0-1-3-7. So they'll be on 50 points, same as.
No,
Same
they
as
got
Bournemouth.
3 extra. They'll be on 53. They won
You
against
think
Southampton.
that Chelsea are going to beat Brentford away?
Don't
Wow.
debate it, man. Let's move on. Rob,
3-0-3-1, 7 points. What does that put them on?
53.
Oh, wow. Everyone's on 53 in my world.
Yeah. All right, Rob, back to you. Villa.
Yeah.
Brentford away, Brighton away, Forest at home, Southampton at home.
Draw, win, 6 points.
Draw, win. Okay. So you've got them on 47.
Yeah.
All right, Ben.
1-1-0-3-5.
Okay. So you got them on. I can't do the maths. Just write down what you got them on. And
What are they on now? 42.
42. Yeah.
We're on 47.
Similar to crypto, but slightly different. 0-1-1-3-5.
You got them
So
to
what
beat
are they on?
us.
Yeah. What are they on?
42.
Yeah.
42.
Yeah. They're on 42 now.
I've forgotten who the team is. Which team's this?
This
Villa.
is Villa. No,
Oh,
you've
Villa.
just said a draw. It's fine. You said 5 points.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see some people in the chat are still playing along. It's getting like,
Tell you
it's
what,
so-
they're bloody good. They're bloody good to be able to follow
yeah. I wonder if they've got a full tally going on. And then Brighton. Do we care about Brighton? Let's just
this.
pretend Brighton. aren't
Don't
in
bother
it.
with Brighton.
Yeah.
All right. So do Man City then, and Man City. They're on 47. Forest, Brighton, Leicester, Man U.
Ooh.
Forest. Hang on, where are we? Forest. Oh, Brighton at home. Shit.
I just realised Ben never goes first in this cycle.
And I'm the best one on the predictor league, so don't worry.
3-3-3-3-12.
Bloody hell. So add that to 47. All right, Ben.
9.
Yeah, 3-3-3-3-12.
Rob.
1-3-3-3-10, 57.
Good man. Good man.
You started them on 47, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then let's do Forest, right? Chat, you're all involved in this one. All right, Rob.
Well,
Man City at home, Ipswich
One.
away. Huh?
Right. 1-3-3-1, 8 points.
Okay, add that to your 47. Ben.
I'm gonna go 0-3 1-1, so 5.
Okay. Add that to your 47. And
0-3-3-1-7.
add that to your 47.
Yeah,
Okay.
now I've got Chelsea in front of Forest. Fuck's sake.
All right. That's what I want to know. Right. So how have you ended up? Who's in the
Interesting.
lead? Who's in the lead?
So I've got, if we're going down from the top, I've got Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Newcastle, Chelsea.
Give me the points. Give me the points for those teams.
I've got City on 59,
Yeah.
Newcastle on 54, Chelsea on 53, Forest on 52, Bournemouth on 50, and Villa on 47.
So where have you got us?
52, so we'd be 5th. But I think we're going to
Oh,
finish ahead of Chelsea, so I've done it wrong.
All right.
Did you read that?
Not
No,
really.
No.
Yeah. Kind of. Just
Yeah.
read it out,
Rob.
man. Just read
Right.
it
Okay.
out.
In third place, Man City on 57. Fourth,
Yeah.
us on 55. Fifth, joint fifth, all on 53 points. Chelsea, Bournemouth, and Newcastle. And I think this is where we see Villa maybe drop out of the reckoning.
why did this
They're
place
going to be on 47.
Okay. And
Yeah, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City on 59, Forest on 54, Newcastle on 52, Chelsea on 52, and Villa on 47. So we finish in that scenario, we'd finish 4th.
but where did you lot put Bournemouth then?
Oh, Bournemouth.
Bournemouth are in
Oh,
the
sorry, I've got Bournemouth. Sorry, so Did I not say Bournemouth?
Bournemouth on 53.
Bournemouth have got 49 points. So
they're done. They're done. Okay.
Yeah, they're done.
All right. So the interesting thing is, you've all still got us in the top 4, apart from Ben. You got us 5th. Yeah.
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 We're Forest fans. What do you expect?
Yeah, but does that make you feel more or less confident?
Well, the thing, and I mean, this is true. Like, Rob's predictor league score is 0.
0.
Look, just because I didn't predict we were going to beat Brighton 7-0. Come
Like
on.
it was like 10 weeks ago. 0. And now he's predicting we're going to finish 4th.
Actually, I think Rob's off the bottom. It's still Chris from Forest all over who's bottom with 0. Yeah, hold that, Chris.
In the proper predictor league, which has got 98 contestants in it, I am currently sitting second. So I think that says it all.
Can we get the top guy on here, please?
Who's top?
Forest Pump is top.
Yeah, that's me, Forest Pump.
That's not you.
No, you're on page. Hang on, I'm still going. I'm still scrolling.
Great. And I missed the first week because you lot didn't tell me how to do it. So I would be first.
We did it for 3 years, man. What are you talking about? You didn't know how to do it. You were literally in the live streams trolling Nick for 1.5 years, man.
So second out of 98. So I think that the prize goes. So I think we're going to finish 4th. I think we can all accept that, can't we?
No, and my darling, this is only the next 4 games, bro. There's still 6 more after it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Right.
I know we've got Leicester at home, and I know we've got Chelsea at home. They're 2 bankers. So
yeah, they're the last 2 games at home, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, certainly. Yeah, because Leicester's the third.
Chelsea's the last game of the season.
Chelsea's the last game. Yeah.
Yeah, no one likes to show off, man. He can't even show off, Mark. He's not even top, man. He's doing an Arsenal, celebrating second again. All right. So are you lot feeling more or less confident?
No, none of us are confident. Actually, Robbie.
I'm confident after Man City. Man City.
I'm going to get it out of the way.
Yeah, it is a case, isn't it, Rob? Of just get it out of the way.
Yeah, it's annoying me now. But I'm glad it's at 12:30. You can get it out of the way, then we can watch the football afterwards.
All I'd say is,
Leicester, man.
all I'd say is, God help us if Nuno goes with one of these lots formation, Ants and Robs.
I agree with that.
No, he's going to go with Hudson-Odoi on the right.
No, come on, no, be crypto. I know you're intelligent, so don't make out you're a twat, right? You know that you're quite right in saying Robs would be suicidal, but
Robs is worst.
That's our strongest team.
Nothing wrong with mine. Nothing wrong with mine.
Man City.
That's a good one. That's a good point. It's a free hit. It's a free hit.
It's not a free hit. It's not a free hit when you're third, man. How can you have a free hit when you're third? Come on.
Mathematically,
it's a must win, and we've got to give 110%.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let me ask you all this. If I offered you a point now, you taking it?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
yes. Yeah.
What are you not saying in the chat? Oh, Ez is back. What's up, Ez? Are you all taking a point if I offer it to you? Even though, I mean, what happens? What's the scenario if we draw? We go 4th.
4th. Yeah. Chelsea.
I like Evan. Mark, can you not encourage Ant with this stupid Berlin Wall thing, man? I mean,
and you're a FIFA player. That formation doesn't even exist on FIFA.
Oh, that's why Crypto doesn't understand it.
That's what I was trying to say, but he didn't let me land.
I'm taking a point. All right, let's do predictions, man. Ben, what are you saying?
I'm gonna go. I don't know. These lot put me off now. If it's Rob's formation, I'm going 7-0 City. If it's Ant's formation, I'm going 1-0 City. And if it's my formation, I'm going 4-3 Forest.
Wait, you're going for a defensive block out the middle and you're going to score 4 goals and concede 3 in a Christmas tree formation?
Yeah, but he does play FIFA, doesn't he? So, you know.
Exactly.
All right. And what are you saying?
Listen, I'll be at the game. So, you know, I'm going no matter what.
Nicky won't.
No, Nicky won't be going. Thank you, Jonathan. I think you're quite right, Jonathan. I'm hoping for a 1-0 Forest win. I fear a 2-0 City win. So there you go.
You lot are depressing, man. All right, go on, Rob.
Well, I'm not going, but I did go to the Liverpool and Arsenal games, and I think it's going to be similar. It's going to be a draw, 0-0 or 1-1. And if you pushed me, I'd say 1-1. I think it's going to have more goals in than the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you could be right, Rob. I think you could be right. What you just said, I think it will be a very similar game. Yeah,
I don't.
And those games can go either way, can't they? They can go either way.
Can I just say, if Marmoush scores, right? If a single one of you in the chat says anything linking me to the reason he scores, we are done. We are
You're the
done.
reason they bought him. You're the reason they bought him. No one had even heard of him before. You were weekly going on about him.
Yeah.
He won't score.
Yeah.
He won't score.
Yeah.
But does Chris Wood score is the real question, boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Elanga.
We'll see.
If he gets as many chances as Haaland, I would expect Chris Wood to score.
No, he doesn't need as many chances of Haaland.
That's what I'm saying, Rob. That's what I'm saying. If he gets as many chances as Haaland, I'd expect him to score.
Yeah, I remember the days when Ant said Wood was better a striker than Haaland.
No, he
Did
doesn't.
he?
So we move
Well,
on.
In EFL terms, sorry, in fantasy Premier League FPL terms, he is.
Haaland.
So we covered off
is
FIFA, covered off
favourite
Football
player
Manager
in the world. Crypto. So I don't have to say that.
Don't even try that.
Can I say one thing that give us confidence versus last year? Last year we didn't have Milenkovic. This year we got Milenkovic.
But we started conceding corners, Rob. We started conceding corners. Wasn't Ipswich's goal in the corner?
Arsenal, it was supposed to be the best corner.
Yeah, but Milenkovic wasn't on. Look, our defense has had a major upgrade, so you don't have to fear. And Haaland is having an off season.
Yeah, but City's attack have had a major upgrade.
Haaland's having an off season. It's only just the top scorer in the league.
Is Marmoush an upgrade on an informed De Bruyne though? I'm not sure.
Yes.
No, it's not. No. He's not on the same planet as the top.
So he's a sticking plaster then, isn't he? It's not an upgrade.
Well, no, because it's fantastic. Because Marmoush is fantastic. It's just
I know, but
Marmoush needs space. Marmoush can't operate against a low to mid.
He'll struggle against us then, won't he?
This is our best chance to beat them, and we need to have a go.
Why do you keep saying it's our best chance to beat them when factually that's incorrect?
Look, we are the best we've been for 30 years.
It doesn't
and
matter.
They are the worst they've been for 10 years.
Rob, when we played them in December, they went on a run of one win in 14.
What happened at home. Forget what happened at home. Ryan Yates fell over because he pretended to be punched, right? That's the moment we lost that game, about 12 minutes in, right? So forget that.
So we wouldn't have lost. So we wouldn't have lost if he'd not done that then.
Yeah, if he'd actually stayed with his man.
Okay, fair enough then. What was the score?
All right. Let's call it. I was hoping you lot would cheer me up. Yeah,
we have to.
We're all dreading it. We're all dreading it. But look, it'll be out the way, and we can watch the football at 3:00.
Yay!
Fine. Guys, make sure you hit that like button.
I'm going down there. It's like I've got to go. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
All right, we'll have a preview of DAPS coming out. It'll be out with the members shortly for you. The rest of you can watch it tomorrow. Yeah, he is always drunk, mate. He's playing with a pen. I mean, of course he is. All right, we will see you on the DAPS preview.
You know what? Because I'm not being a miserable scrope. You're saying I'm drunk. I'm not drunk.
I didn't say that. The Man City dude said, this guy drunk?
You probably meant me.
What the fuck? Oh, that's DAPS, that is.
That's not DAPS. I get why you would think that, because there's not many Man City fans. So you jump to that conclusion.
Because of the vaping bit.
Does DAPS vape? I don't think he does.
DAPS.
Does he?
If there's one thing, two things DAPS is famous for. One is squinty eyes, and the other is vaping like a fucking chimney.
All right. Sorry. Yeah, best friend DAPS. On that note, hit that like button.
I've been watching in between.
We'll see you tomorrow. And speaking of DAPS, we got the preview. There is already a preview from his end with me on his channel. We are the South Stand MCFC. It's like the longest channel name ever. And we'll see you tomorrow. Come on, you Reds. It's not my fault, Andy.
You Reds.
You Reds.